Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm checking out another song by the band Revenge the Fate. This time I'm checking out the official live music video for the song AMBISI. If you are unfamiliar with Revenge the Fate, these gentlemen right here, they are an Indonesian symphonic deathcore band from Bandung in West Java. They formed in 2009. So I'm excited to check out another song, and just a quick update for you guys. I am doing my interview actually tomorrow. It was supposed to be yesterday, got rescheduled, things came up. So I'll be interviewing the band tomorrow and hopefully getting that first band interview posted tomorrow night. I can hope. Another thing, guys, if you like my videos and you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing and turning that notification bell on. It helps me tremendously, and only about 3% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. I'd love to bring that number up because it would help me tremendously, so please consider subscribing. Also, I'm getting a lot of suggestions for bands to react to. I will not be able to get to all of them. So if you really want me to react to a song that you request, please go check out my Patreon, and the link is in the description. Check out my tier. I only have 2 tiers. Go check them out. That's a great way for me to be able to see exactly what you want me to react to, and it will guarantee that I react to something you request. I'll actually throw a shout out to you in the video as well. If you want or need or want something cool to wear, I got merch as well. Go check that out in the links in the description, guys. But let's go ahead and jump into Revenge of Fate.
Go on!
Looks like a pretty cool music festival there in Indonesia. If anybody knows what the music festival is, drop it below. Unfortunately, the sound quality is not very good here. All right, so I got to point something out. Just because me being a vocalist and performing live and watching that vocalist there, for some reason I have a feeling, you know, the band had to have known that they're going to be doing a live music video, right? So if you start off the intro of your song with a high scream right in the beginning, why would you shoot your live music video and start off that same exact portion of the video doing a low? And I can tell you that he's doing a low just by his body, just the way he presents himself. He sits down and he curls and does that. I mean, the way he's bending over, his body shape on the screen, it's just. Maybe it doesn't make sense to you guys, but he's not doing a high scream there. He's doing a low. He's and he doesn't hold it out nearly as long as he does in the digital track as well. Like right there, you can also tell he's doing a low, and you can tell he's doing the pig squeals or gutturals, you want to call it, just because look how he's holding the microphone. He's got that microphone cupped like he's trying to choke it out, like he's taking all the air he can out there. So so this is just something that a lot of vocalists do. So when they want to do a low scream, for some reason they'll bend over, which is not a good idea. And the reason being is, you know, your diaphragm in your lungs. When you do that and you bend over, you're collapsing. You're basically shortening your breath. You're not letting enough oxygen get to those lungs, so you're gonna you're restricting the airflow. And so holding out screams, doing anything with that, it doesn't help. The only people do it, I guess, to make it look cooler. I don't know. So here you can tell he's cupping the mic. So he's cupping the microphone to make it sound more amplified. So that way he can kind of get those little bit of effects for that pig squeal or guttural that he's wanting to perform there. So you can tell he's doing that in the live video here. And that's exactly what he did to start off the song. And that's how you can tell. One of the reasons, a lot of times a guy, when they do a lower scream, they're going to bend over because that's like a habit for a lot of vocalists for some reason. Let's keep going. Still doing it. Still pumping the mic. Still going down low. I like that. Nice and jumpy. So he's doing it again. Sorry to stop it again, just something, because I'm watching a live performance, right? So there's a lot more indicators about the type of vocalist he is and how he does his screams and stuff when you can watch them live, right? So just there, you can kind of tell too when they're doing different, other than cupping the microphone, because you're not gonna cup the microphone to do a high scream. It doesn't make sense to do that. You can also tell, typically when you're doing a high scream, you're gonna bring the mic out a little bit. You're going to hold it out. You should be holding it out more. I mean, the handle's down. Like, if you look at a microphone, this is a lighter, but if you say this is the microphone and this is the handle, you should be holding it here. My microphone's back there, and I don't feel like walking over there and getting it. So another thing, too, is you can kind of see the mouth shape when he's performing live in here without even listening to the digital track. I can tell the style of scream that he is doing. Because a lot of times when you're doing a lower type scream or a lower scream, it's kind of making this kind of like they call it like the butthole shape, right? You're making an O with your mouth, and it just depending. A lot of times that does depend on the type of scream that you're doing, but a lot of times, especially with this guy here, you can tell when he's doing a high scream because his mouth is almost like an E. Like when you say E, but you're not going E. You have a lot of emotion to it, right? So going E, or like you're smiling. So yeah. So that's kind of how he's doing it, and you can see, you can see him doing that on stage here. All right, guys. So that was Revenge of Fate and their song AMBISI or AMBISI. I'm not sure the correct pronunciation of the title. Let's talk about it a little bit. The song itself was pretty cool. I like the song. I like the structure of it. I can definitely tell it's a little bit older, just based on the production quality, the sound of his screaming. It's just not as up to date as the first song I think I heard from them, which was Dark Era, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they should have used a different live performance video. I think they chose this because maybe they got invited to this festival and it's like this would be the perfect thing to do. I just think as a band, if you get invited to a festival, that's awesome. It's fun. It's great. And if you're going to shoot a live music video, make sure you try to replicate, and play on time to what your normal beats, your normal BPM that the song is recorded at, because they either played the song too fast or they played the song too slow, compared to how they normally, digitally recorded it, because it was off sync in a lot of spots, or whoever edited the video just did a rough job editing it, and that kind of can throw you off when you're listening to it, because it messed with me a lot watching it, because I could tell that the guitar strums were kind of off time compared to what I'm hearing digitally. The sync in the video, the drums were off time in certain parts. But if you take away that, the song was cool. It was a very generic deathcore song, and this is kind of leaning on the edge to me more of metalcore, with the kind of the clean vocals there. But I guess I can be kind of elitist. But yeah, so it was just a kind of a generic deathcore song. Had some generic breakdowns in it, stuff that I listened to in high school, right, and stuff that I loved in high school. So not that it's bad. I've heard that song a billion times. It was okay. This wasn't my favorite by Revenge of the Fate. I definitely liked the other ones a lot more, like Dark Air, the production quality, the music video, the screaming, everything about it was a lot. It was like, compared to this song, is like if this is the song we just watched, Dark Air was like well above, right? A lot better. So they're definitely gotten matured in their sound. They've progressed better. Another thing is, vocally, it did bug me as a vocalist watching him perform live, restricting his airflow, bending over. He's cupping the mic a lot, and I don't know if that's because he has a lack of projection as a vocalist, so there's not a lot of power behind his voice, or if that just comes from bad technique or bad habit. And, everybody has done it. I've done it, so it's not like it's the end of the world, but it's just something that I've noticed, right? It's a bad habit to get into. Sound guys hate it. But I mean, other than that, I like Revenge of the Fate. That's why I keep checking them out. I like heavier music. They're a heavier Indonesian band. So far, this is one of the really only Indonesian bands when it comes to the heavy side that I've liked. I've seen some other bands, like someone has requested like Death Vomit, and I can't remember the name of the other one I reacted to, and it's like death metal, and it just sounds like a dog barking for 3 minutes, and there's not a lot of variation to any of it. It's blast beats, blast beats, blast beats, super fast strumming, blast beats, and then dogs barking. So death metal's not really my huge thing. So I'm probably not gonna, if you guys react or request more death metal, probably not gonna check it out, because I know I won't like it. And that's just because I know me. But keep suggesting more stuff in the comments below, guys. As always, thank you so much for checking out my videos. Be on the lookout for my first band interview. I hope to do a whole bunch of these. I hope to start getting some cool bands. I hope to start doing some interviews. I don't want them to be super long. I want them to be short and sweet to the point, allowing that band a small platform, to plug to my viewers their new music, what they're going to be releasing, and hopefully it gives them a little bit more exposure. It's all about the band and trying to help them. And as I grow, that's going to be more rewarding, right? Not only for me, but for bands to want to do interviews with me, because it's a bigger audience. So if you like what I do, please consider subscribing. Only 3% of you who watch my videos are subscribed. I'd like to kick that up to 4 to 5 to 6 and keep growing. Keep putting your suggestions below. I will try to read all of your comments. I do my best to do that. You guys are awesome, so thank you so much. A lot of love on that, guys. As always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.